Would you guys say I'm extra? I'm supposed to be going to the gym. Around 8 o'clock is my ideal time. I was asleep. To be fair, it didn't work out because I needed to somehow fit in going to Walmart, but I absolutely fucking refuse to go to Walmart if it's during the daytime because I think people are absolute assholes and I refuse to deal with that shit. So I will just go from 9 to 11, like right when they're about to close. So I have to deal with the least amount of people as possible because bitches be rude. Okay, we're here maybe a little later than I should be. It's 11 o'clock at night and I had no other reason to go this late. I just kind of did. I kind of go through a lot of effort to avoid people. Does that say something about my personality? Anyways, I used to blame it on the fact that I was just trying to record, so like I can't get my clips. Bitch, I can get my clips at like 6 p.m. I don't have to come at 11. But that being said, I get the gym to myself basically whenever I do this shit. It's almost a borderline requirement on like Monday, because who the fuck wants to show up to the gym when it's slammed? I don't understand why Monday of all days is the day where everyone decides that they want to be into fitness all of a sudden. Shouldn't you always want to be into fitness? That being said, it is quad focus leg day, which is, it's an all right day. We'll take it. We'll see how my quads are reacting. Hopefully I don't got bitch made knees, calves, and back. Calves. Hopefully I don't have bitch made knees and back so I can actually squat for once. Actually, you know what? There's the chain belt squat that I could do, and I could put like the handles that they do for like the lat pull downs, like the close grip one, or like the cable rows or whatever. I could do that, and that would be like a variation for the squat, but it would get rid of the compression fatigue of the squat. Would that be a shout? Should I do that? Yo, I'm gonna do that shit. I'm gonna hit it right now. Did
you know that cheese is actually like a mineral and they have to mine it? No, liar, pants on fire!
Okay, so I was messing around with it a little bit and I ended up just completely removing the chain just so I have maximum range of motion because I'm not trying to like hit the top or bottom or whatever. Honestly, it doesn't feel bad, it feels different. It does feel awkward, but it's definitely like a different movement than I'm used to. It's been a long time since I've used this thing, but without any weight, I was kind of feeling it, right? But I was also kind of feeling it in my knees. So I think you have to be kind of careful with what you're doing and how your feet are placed. Your foot placement matters a lot, so you just have to be a little careful. If you have frail and weak knees, this might not be a shout for you. So I'm just gonna slap a 45 on each side and see how that feels. This machine is typically meant for the belt. This thing right here, you're supposed to use this standard-wise. The weight on your waist sucks ass. It sucks to deal with. And I'm bitch made and I don't wanna deal with it. So if I don't have to, I'm not going to. And since I'm not moving so much weight that my grip literally can't handle it, it's fine. And eventually when we get to that point, I'll start bringing wrist straps or some shit, but I doubt I'll ever get to that point within the next decade. So I'm not a heavy lifter. I'm not interested in moving weight. I'm interested in looking like I move weight. Ooh, this is like a femoris blaster. No. Oh shit. Damn. Oh my God. Right here. That's where I feel it the most. Right there. Not bad. So I have a theory for you high metabolism can't gain weight motherfuckers, okay? I think it's all perspective and all like relative. So you know how they're always like, dude, I'm eating so much. I'm eating so much and I still can't gain weight. Okay, but like so much to you is not anything to this guy. A different guy, you know what I'm saying? I think there's some difficulty based off of person to person, but I think in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it differs from person to person that much, assuming that you guys are like the same height and the same weight, right? I'm gonna assume that the caloric intake is about the same, roughly. It might vary like maybe 100 or 200 maximum. I'm eating 5,100 calories. To me, that's quite a bit. To a dude who's like 130 pounds, that's impossible, right? But a dude who's 260 pounds, that's light work. What I'm saying is like, I think the hard gainers, I think just the hard gaining mindset and perspective is fake. And I think it's just like a relative difficulty, in my opinion. It's hard to put it into words. You're saying you're eating a lot. I don't fucking believe you. That's what I'm saying. Eat more, pussy. That simple. Ugh. And I think a lot of it is also due to people just not fucking tracking right. I think that's where most of the issue is. Some dude who's 150 pounds will claim that they're eating 8,000 calories. Sure, buddy. maybe 8,000 calories a week. Can't fight the laws of thermodynamics. That's like saying, I don't believe in gravity. Okay, dude. You ever heard of MyFitnessPal? I'm saying this because I thought 4,500 calories was an absurd amount and anybody should be able to gain off of 4,500 calories. I don't think that anymore because, I'm eating 5,100 and I'm not gaining. So, and it's pretty relatively easy to eat 5,100 calories. If you think about it, it's not really that much food. You could dirty it up a little bit as well. Just a little bit, okay? Not no fucking donuts and Little Debbie snacks. I'm saying like, adding cheese to your burrito. That's what I mean by dirtying it up a little bit. And you can easily reach 6,000 without suffering. I think once you get past like the 6,000 mark, that's where it starts to get a little ridiculous, in my opinion. Obviously, it's relative. If you're 6'8" and fucking 300 pounds, 6,000 calories isn't anything to you. But as a 200-pound individual, 6,000 I think would be about my limit, in my head at least. Because right now I'm chilling. I'm eating every 45 minutes. So if I really need to fuck my shit up and gain weight, I can absolutely add another meal or two and somehow manage to squeeze it in. Or just make my meals a little bit more dense. Those rice cakes, the only reason I'm not adding them to every single meal is because I don't need to yet. I think I need to now, probably, because when I added the oatmeal, I didn't gain any weight, I think. What did I weigh in? Fuck, how do I always forget that? I weighed in at 199, so I gained 0.4, which is good. I'm telling you guys I'm trying to gain, 0.5 per week, but my average is probably gonna end up at 199.5. And last week I was 199.4. It'll probably end around the same, which means I need to up it. Maybe the oatmeal will be enough. We'll see. I'm rambling now. I do love myself some leg press. I think it's the absolute best quad movement that you can possibly do. But this is a bitch to load. I would not consider myself very strong, but I have to load 5 plates on each side. So I have to lug around 10 plates. And when I was cutting, moving a singular plate was like a death sentence. So having to move 10 was a pain in the ass. Even now, it's still like, this kind of sucks. But it's all worth it. I'm doing my feet at the very bottom because the higher you go, the more it's gonna hit your hamstring. So I do my feet at the bottom and I do like a semi-close stance, just enough to where I could do like full range of motion and not let my knees hit my chest basically. And then that allows me to hit the outer part of my quad. So since I'm doing the belt squat, which hits my femoris, this hits my outer quad, and then I'm gonna do leg extensions, which kind of just hits everything. And since my teardrop is like omega overdeveloped anyways, I often was told I have a cyst on my leg because of how it popped out. I don't really need to like hard blast it and target it. The leg extension will be plenty. Guys, let's hit my quads really good and really efficient just for it not to fucking matter. I refuse to be known as the guy with small legs though, fuck that. We don't need that blasphemy in my life. And maybe eventually I'll do classics, so yeah, that's what I'll tell myself. Eventually I'll move to classic, because it's not like when I compete I only can do physique. I can do physique and classic at the same time. Damn, my quads are shaking. That's not good. Dude, stop. That's fucking ridiculous. I got one more. I got one more. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, I could definitely tell I hit my hamstrings good, the way my legs were shaking. I could feel my heart rate in my pelvis. And I got 2 more. Damn. So I have this strange desire to like interact with women just to see if I can. We're going through that again. If you remember my videos fucking a year ago, I was talking about the same shit. Obviously when it comes to cutting, all of my emotions and everything turns off. So it kind of like, I just don't really have an interest. But when I'm bulking, I'm like, physical connection would be kind of nice. So it's like, I want to see if like at work, I see an attractive girl and I'm like, yo, do you have an Instagram? That's it. Or be like, hey, you're really pretty. Do you have an Instagram? That's it. Nothing weird, no pickup line, no nothing, just straight up blunt forwardness, just to see, one, if I can, and two, if they're fucking with me. Because a lot of the time, my coworkers will be like, yo, that girl is checking you out. And I'm like, haha, no she's not, that doesn't exist. Like, it just doesn't make sense in my head. Why would you be checking me out? Have you seen my hair and my physique? I'm not 2% body fat, why would you look at me, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking, all the time, constantly. I'm kind of in the state where it's like, women don't fuck with me, straight up, because they never interact with me, ever. They're like, I could count on one hand how many times a woman has come up to me to start a conversation. Like, it doesn't really happen or exist. So I figure they just don't fuck with me. That was my assumption. So it's like, maybe if I'm a little bit more forward and I do the initiative, maybe they'll fuck with me more. Because you kind of have to be dominant is what I'm told, but like, that's not me. You know, I'm kind of passive. Like, I don't really give a shit. But then what? Let's say I get her Instagram, then what? I still don't like doing stuff or going out or doing anything. So like, what's the point, you know? Just to know that I can, and then she sees my Instagram and she's like, this guy's a fucking weirdo. That's what I assume would happen. Or she's like, this guy has really big deltoids. Maybe that'll happen. Or a really big forehead, whatever she thinks. Maybe if I ever have a cheat meal, I could hit up somebody that I got their Instagram from and be like, hey, you wanna go do this with me? But then I have to entertain them, and then I have to pay for them. I don't have to, but like, I was raised to pay. Like, you have to pay. If you're taking a girl out, you pay. That's the rule. I'm not trying to dishonor my family lineage. I can't dishonor my family lineage. You know, my mom and my father would be very disappointed in me if I made a girl pay or went halvesies. That's fucked up. Especially if you invite, you pay. That's my opinion. I don't know. It's a weird dilemma. It's like, I have the desire to interact with the other gender, but purely just for the fact to see if I can, and not actually for the fact of like wanting to do stuff. Does that make sense? Huh, strange. I don't know, whatever. I'll figure it out. I probably won't do anything, realistically. So I think I got here at 10:30 or maybe 11:30, and it's currently 2 in the morning. I spent 2+ hours talking to this content creator here, and I've mentioned him before, but there's this shorter Asian dude who's absolutely built. He has 1 million followers over both Instagram and TikTok, and he was just spitting advice for 2 fucking hours. This dude was yapping in my pure benefit. Damn. So basically he's like, yeah, your 1 video a day, short form video, because I post twice. I post a long form and a short form. Your 1 short form video a day, not even remotely close to enough. So you gotta implement that. And then my videos are too long, according to what he's saying. I need to do a variety of different stuff, not just yapping, right? So like, you have your main thing, which for me it would be yapping, and then you sprinkle in other shit. So you might see me posting a little bit more variety. So maybe like physique updates. And instead of me being like, all right guys, physique update, I'm 199.3 pounds. It'll be like thirst trap. Because I think I have a relatively decent physique. I don't think I'm as sexy as that dude, but you know, I'm decent. So maybe we can implement that, except he looks like the real life Togi, and I look like a white guy that you find at a random Home Depot. But you know, fuck it, we ball, we'll figure this shit out. 800,000 on TikTok, like 250,000 on Instagram. That's kind of crazy. I think it's really cool that he was willing to give me a fuck ton of information, just cause. You can definitely tell people who are passionate about shit want to just express it. So if there's somebody who's willing to listen to me just express my passion, I'm gonna yap forever, you know? That's what's nice about talking to the camera, is I can just express my feelings and my passion to you guys, you know? So imagine somebody in real life who has the same interest in you. Yeah, you best believe that person's gonna yap your ear off. And I'm glad he did, because my interest is similar to his. So it's just it was great to hear. Somebody who's way more successful than you, he's doing my dream job. He is full-time gym content creator. That is my life. So hearing what he did, and what he does and all that shit is awesome. I've been on this fucking leg extension for 2.5 hours. I gotta get going. I was shit talking body weight exercises. I was praising, you know, my machine crunch, just cause it's always hit the best compared to like leg raises or some shit. But then my bum ass saw Tristan Lee doing candlesticks, and I'm like, well shit, now I have to do candlesticks. I'm legally obligated, I'm legally binded to do candlesticks because I see somebody who I admire doing some shit, and I'm like, damn, I guess I gotta try that shit now. I did this last time and it was so, I was fucked up. I didn't stop being sore until maybe yesterday. You best fucking believe my ass is doing this shit again. What I'm doing, I'm not like lifting my hips like I used to. I'm literally just raising my legs all the way up, all the way as far as I can, and then like a slow eccentric. That fucks me up. Although I can only get like 8 or 9 reps. Ugh. Ugh. Actually, there we go. Oh my God. Oh. It hurts to breathe. Nope. Oh my God. It's so hard to control your breathing when you're doing crunches, man. That shit is hard. Okay, so I'm looking through his shit and he's a thirst trapper. Every single video is him being sexy as fuck. There's a small issue. I don't think I can do that. I might have a relatively decent physique, but I think what's selling it for a lot of people is that he's like a pretty boy pop idol looking. So, might have to dye my eyebrows in order to get sexier, guys. What do you think? Just a thought. Do I try to post thirst trap videos? I am so deeply insecure. I cannot imagine that turning out well at all. One critique on that shit and I'm falling to pieces. Fuck it, we'll ball. We'll see what happens, right? Wait, that means I have to like record the clips for that. Do I do that now? I have to show my best parts. So, what are my best parts? I think I have a good back. My abs are symmetrical. Is that it? I think that's it. My quads are decent, but like people don't give a shit about quads, so, nah.